the Wannabeez.
When Justin Kyle MD is fallen ill, who will come to save him?
I don't know, John. Something smells funny.
Only in the pubic area, though.
When you hear hog house, you think like this big, muddy, sloppy pit where she goes in and she just grabs a dick and starts yanking on it.
My dog has eaten a pig that you may or may not have jerked off.
It's like, Jessica, stop throwing pig cum at me.
And it's a thick gel consistency.
The world fucking revolves around pig cum.
Put that in your spank bank. Hello, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Wannabeez. I'm your host, Nick Gula. And always in the beehive, it's John Van Hook.
Hey, everybody.
And Justin Kyle.
Oh, I missed you guys. How's it going?
Let's go, Wannabeez!
Did you? You missed us, huh?
You missed us.
You missed us so much that you were off making big plans.
Big plans in this situation, you know?
What
We just found out he just dropped a bombshell on us, Wannabeez, and we don't know if we like it yet.
You're 2 days off the Ebola and you're already trying to pack your bags and move on.
I'm on the pod circuit. I'm a hot commodity. You didn't know that?
This is like when George Lopez didn't he get like a kidney or something from his ex-wife and then he still divorced her right afterwards. This is exactly what's happening.
I can't believe he's doing this to us, John.
I'm wearing a t-shirt with only my face on it today, guys.
Right now at TeePublic, you can get your Justin Kyle
Your
only
solo
be,
Justin Kyle
and
shirt.
it's gonna have his name on the back of it instead of the Wannabeez.
Right.
Fucking bastard.
So tell the audience, what did you say to me right before we started recording?
I'm doing Wannabeez tonight, and then I have another.
You said, wrap this up. I need you guys to hurry up. I have somewhere to be.
Right.
I had commitments.
That's somewhere important.
Yeah, somewhere way more important.
He's throwing us aside, John.
You see, Justin has dedications.
Unfortunately, to another pod guy. Last week he says he was sick, and now all of a sudden he's got this other pod going on. I don't know, John. Something smells funny.
So, what is this other podcast?
It's with our boy Kyle that we went to New Jersey with.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He asked me to come on his show for a guest spot. Pointless Distraction Podcast or something. I don't think it's like officially been released yet. So I don't know when that episode will be out, but yeah, I'm doing like a guest spot. They only asked for me.
In true celebrity fashion, you don't know what you're doing. You're just showing up, talking into the mic, and you're leaving. You're there to be the personality.
I don't know, John. I think this pod's gone to his head. He's now going on different pods.
It's gonna be like, I don't know if you guys saw any clips from like Bill Murray recently on the Joe Rogan podcast where he's like, I don't know anything about this podcast or who you are, but I've heard great things.
No, I don't want you guys to think that I'm cheating on you guys. I'm going out there. I'm trying to get the Wannabeez fucking name out there. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to take their listeners from them and bring them to us.
Dude, I thought you said this pod doesn't exist yet, though. So you're like spawn killing him.
I'm planting a seed.
He's Justin Appleseed.
Yeah, I'm Justin Appleseed.
Like Walt said, Justin Appleseed, guys, the lone guy out there planting seeds for the future.
Planting seeds.
He doesn't know. He doesn't even know if this is ever going to be released. But you know what?
Well, you know what? I'm actually happy for you. That's awesome news. I'm glad. You deserve to be on all kinds of different podcasts. And don't let me get in your guys' way. If you guys want to be on any other shows, you go right ahead and do it.
I would love to do like a full crossover with them at some point. See, that's the other thing. I'm scouting it out, right? Are they worth all of our attention?
Well, they didn't ask me first, so fuck them. I ain't going on. No, I'm just kidding. He's intimidated. It's all that intimidation. I'm sorry.
He's just scared. You know? Maybe he's just scared of you.
He's just scared. He doesn't know. He doesn't know what to make of me. We got to sit down, guys. All he's got to do is ask.
Yeah.
Nah, he sent me.
Break the bread.
He sent me it. He sent me what it was. Yeah.
He's trying to get you on the show too?
My team's getting sniped.
John's sitting there going, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Just out here with the tumbleweeds.
No, I did. I missed you guys. I was fucking sick as balls. Still kind of getting over it.
How
Yeah,
have
we
you
already
been?
talked about this on the Nick and John show.
You guys already dragged me through the mud.
Yeah, you're patient zero.
Yeah, you had a very rare strain of Ebola. I don't know if they let you know.
The only person to ever have this strain is you. We were gonna come and snipe you. Just so that the human race, the human race could survive, you know?
No, but real life though, how are you doing, Justin, Kyle? You were very sick. I want to hear about a little bit of that. What was that?
Dude,
what was going on?
I had every symptom. If you name a symptom, name one. Name a symptom.
Throwing up.
I had it.
Peeing out your ass.
Yep.
Blood loss.
He had pee butt.
I got pee butt.
You got pee butt, okay.
Ear loss.
Coughing.
Eye loss.
Got it.
Sore throat.
Tooth loss.
Got it.
Fever.
Hair loss.
Yep. Oh, tons of hair loss. Only in the pubic area, though.
Oh, no.
Yeah, dude. I know.
Justin had to get a Merkin over the weekend.
I had like the worst flu in my life. It was so bad. I had every fucking symptom. I ended up in the fucking urgent care unit.
Yeah, what do you do when the doctor is sick? when Justin Kyle MD is fallen ill, who will come to save him? Who delivers the mailman's mail? Like, these are questions that I still haven't figured out in life.
I was talking to you, Justin, for a couple of days, and you were dying, and I was like, you gotta go to the fucking hospital, bro. Get a fucking Z-Pack or something, man.
Dude, they hooked me up to a nebulizer, which was fucking wild. I've never done that before.
What is a nebulizer?
It's basically just a big
inhaler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
they put the medicine in the bottom. They put the medicine in the bottom. They screw it in,
and then you just breathe it in. Right.
And
it's
the
like
smoke comes out of it, guy.
When your leg falls asleep and it's like tingly and shit, that's what your whole body feels like afterwards.
Vibrating. Your teeth are vibrating.
Yeah, yeah. Everything fucking is like. It was kind of cool. Like I was sitting there, and like I hadn't smoked in like a week, 2 weeks at that point. I still haven't smoked. I've just been taking mushrooms. Like I was like laying there, and my whole body went numb, and I was like, I just closed my eyes. I'm like, this is the great feeling in the world. This is amazing. Oh my god!
This guy's never had morphine.
Oh, it was fucking crazy. But no, they wanted to make sure that I didn't have pneumonia because I had fluid in my lungs. And it was just, dude, it was bad. It was so bad. I think we must have got it from, because Harley works at the college here, so some fucking nasty college fucking flu.
Maybe it was some rare strain, some rare like lab disease that got out of the biogenetics lab at the college.
The doctor goes, "Have you been to anywhere exotic in the last few months?" And I just go, "New Jersey." And I'm like, "Oh, that's explains it."
Good God, we got a 2319. Get him into quarantine.
The fucking shutters, all the windows are closed, guys. Nah, I'm still kind of, I'm back to work. I'm feeling better. I can't get rid of this fucking cough though. So like, I haven't been smoking nothing.
Oh, man.
I've been weed sober for like 3 weeks.
No edibles? You can't just eat it?
No, I've been taking like microdose mushroom gummies. So that kind of helps with just like the mood. Because I'll tell you what, when I was sick, I was just like the most depressed.
Yeah, we didn't hear from you. We flat out didn't hear from you.
Sitting in the fucking shower.
My tears don't fall. They crash around me.
I'm just choking on my own mucus.
Speaking about mushrooms, man. What's going on with the mushrooms? You're on mushrooms right now, everybody, right?
I am, yeah. Well,
soon to go into madness, right?
Oh, dude, I've ascended into madness long ago.
He's in it like a hot tub.
Right. Like,
chilling.
Surrounded him with the Trinoli.
So the mushrooms that you took, were these ones mushrooms or were they just more mushroom gummies?
They were mushroom. They were like the mushroom gummies. If you want to get technical, it's not psilocybin, which is found in like your typical psychedelic mushroom. It's actually Amanita
Mm.
mushrooms, which is like the Santa Claus mushroom, right? It's like that typical red and polka dotted white fucking mushroom. But they extract this chemical compound out of the Amanita. It's a very similar effect to psilocybin. Like you kind of get like the sensory effects, you know what I mean? But you don't, in my experience, you don't get that full fucking psychedelic feel. So most of it for me is it's an upper. It fucking lifts my mood, makes me want to giggle, makes me want to
Well, that
laugh and
sounds great.
talk. I also found at work that if I take a couple mushrooms gummies at work, I'm like the best sales guy ever. I'm running around that crystal store, fucking, hey, like just slinging rocks and vapes like
No, it makes
crazy.
sense. Yeah, you're just like loosened up, and you're probably thinking
Yep,
about Jeff. Trying to get that savage compassion out, trying to just be like,
absolutely. Yep,
these people aren't bad
absolutely.
people. They're just coming in to buy my rocks, and it's my job to sell the rocks, and
Right.
that's what we're gonna
Exactly.
do.
The very next day, he's off the shrooms. He's fuck these people. This fucking bullshit, guys.
I hope these rocks
So
give
true.
you
This
cancer.
is bullshit.
True. Dude,
I'm gonna sell you a rock that's gonna give you cancer. That's fucked up.
My cousin, she has been staying with me recently, and she was unaware of the Wannabeez, and because she's staying with me, I have the floor. I have all the opportunity in the world to speak, right? So night after night that she's been staying with me, I've just been chattering my head off and just talking to her because I have the opportunity to, and I haven't seen her in a long time. I got a lot to fill her in on. So I took my opportunity to get us another listener. She just got past the Halloween episodes today at work, and she's quite a big fan, and she enjoys. Yeah, she's listened to almost every other podcast I've ever put out. So I gotta say, like, it's not uncommon for her to be a fan.
It wasn't a bit heavy lift.
Yeah, but she has been going through it. I'll say it in just that way. She's been going through it.
Yep.
She's had some times, and I have been giving her, as you can imagine, in the midst of all my ranting and my chattering, I've been giving her all sorts of like stoicism rants and Jeffrey Parker rants and this and that. And then it tied into Wannabeez and yada, 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 yada. So I've been trying to give her basically the tools that I've been using in life to fight the things in life that try to bring you down. Some of those are tools to fight it directly, and then some of them are tools of distraction, which she has been using the Wannabeez for that, and she's said it's perfect. It just takes her to a whole nother universe.
It's awesome.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's just one of the best compliments I could ever get, because that's so what we try to achieve here. We kind of broke that a little bit with the Ladondo episode, or and a couple other episodes here and there in the past where we get onto some more serious topics. But all in all, like, you got to get real, you got to get fun with it. But the whole reason I brought up my cousin, she said something about listening to the Wannabeez that really stuck out with her, is like, she loves Gula, right? She's a big Gula fan. Everybody is. But there's one thing that almost turned her around on Gula, is the Halloween episode. She was so excited about what he brought to the table with the triangle, the Bridgewater Triangle, and then all the different things about it. And then she was so disappointed about how, like, he almost said nothing about everything. He almost just listed off things and then gave no real details about anything.
It's like watching the Tesla rockets like start to take
and
off, guy, and then they just
and then
do anything, guy.
Yeah, she was just like, she gets so into it, and then just nothing. It's like being edged.
Yeah, I
like,
jerk you off almost to completion, and then I stop right before you're about to come.
You just said Pudgewacky, like, you barely describe what they are, what they do, and then you move on. You're like, and then there's the hitchhiker, and then we're like, what's the hitchhiker? And you're like, I don't know. And then there's this other thing. And she just was like, that was her hugest complaint about it. Otherwise, she's,
is that a complaint, or that sounds like another compliment? Because that sounds awesome.
That's exactly what me and Alyssa said. We were both like, that was our favorite part about the episode, about how he just came so strapped with nothing but hollow topics.
When we did the live New Year's thing, that was my favorite part because every time we got like further into like the slideshow, like every time like the Nick Goulet time comedian thing would come up, he'd say a joke.
And we'd be like, what? And he'd be like, move on.
Move on. The show must go on.
Fuck.
No matter what happens, the show must go on, guys. And
So funny.
Descend into Madness. I don't even remember that night. I don't remember.
That's amazing.
I don't remember anything about that night. I just kept like
I don't
looking
remember
at
anything about the New Year's.
I kept looking at the thing, and I'm like, I looked at my notes, and my notes started to like kind of like just like morph into something else, and then like I'm like, oh yeah, this is getting a little bit stressful at times, and then. The funniest part was we weren't done, but New Year's was done, and we just kept going. And I was like, "Oh, Jesus Christ, guy, what's?" But I kept going. Fuck it.
I just remember having so much fun that night. I don't remember much that happened, but it was just
it was definitely fun. It's definitely fun to just sit down with you guys and talk. It's something awesome.
My favorite part.
Hell yeah.
So how long has your cousin been staying with you?
She's been staying for about, I think this makes it, Wednesday or Thursday would make it 2 weeks now. It doesn't have really brackets to it. I don't really know how long she's going to be here. I'm not in a rush to kick her out, but also, I mean, I want the best for her, so I'm just trying to, as you would as someone trying to help out, you're just trying to not overreach while giving her the best tools I can to get the fuck out of my house.
You're not at a point yet where you're fucking cutting up your fucking bed frame with a sawzall.
Yeah, no, it's not there yet, but we're doing good, and she's a good, we've been roommates before. We have a long history. Which is actually another thing that I wanted to bring up. She's been on one of my past podcasts. It was like, I think my second one I ever tried, it was called John Gone West. And it was like, excuse me, that was a little burp. Cut that out, Justin, please.
Nope.
Please. Don't cut the part where I ask you, but just cut the burp.
No. The burp stays in. The burp stays in.
So so John Gone West was basically, it was like, a vlog more than a podcast, but it was basically just like, I'm going to document how this is going when I moved to Arizona. And she was living in Iowa at the time, but she's an Arizona native. She spent most of her life in Phoenix, and she, at a young age, became a stripper in Phoenix and a couple of the different clubs down there. So she kind of got to see like the real underbelly of one of the bigger cities in America, and especially Southwest America. Then she went on here, she went on there. She's done all sorts of different jobs. When she came to Iowa, she kind of continued her stripper career, and she was pretty successful out here until she finally met someone and settled down. Not to completely like air her business, but she totally doesn't care, because we talked about this all in our last podcast. But she did have a brief part in there in between before she came to Iowa where she was addicted to heroin for years. So we like did a deep dive on that on the podcast where we talked about like the day in the life of a heroin user and like what you do when you wake up and your priorities and yada. It was really, really interesting. And then how that kind of tied into being a stripper, and like how as a former like drug addict, you go into this other profession where all these other drugs are literally just like almost like butlers walking by with plates of hors d'oeuvres. It's like the drugs are just flowing in your area, and you have to either make that conscious decision to be true to yourself or go with the flow or yada, yada, yada. So we talked about that duality and stuff. And she's really a fascinating person and someone I find very special, which is why I don't let just anybody just stay on my couch. I don't let just anybody come in and stay for long periods of time, because I have done that before, and I'm sure you guys have had similar situations, and it just doesn't always work out. Now, interestingly, it was one of my favorite of her professions. She works at this. I'm not sure what you would call it, actually. There's got to be like a professional name for it. But what my understanding is, it's like a giant hog house facility where they breed other hogs. And so what they do is they have all these male studs.
Sounds like a brothel.
Kinda. She does less of the breed. So the breeding is done on this scale. It's done through.
Are we talking about like pigs?
Yeah, pigs and hogs.
Oh,
actual people. Sorry,
okay.
yeah, you're not wment to make that distinction. My boss, she when I was explaining the same thing to her.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, well, because the reason she was so confused,
she's breeding hogs.
she's not breeding them. See, there's the thing is that
she doesn't have the turkey baster. She ain't shoving the turkey baster in the.
No. But what she is supplying the goo for the turkey baster.
Oh, she's getting the prize hog.
Yes, what she does basically all day long is tend to clean, feed, prepare, and then jerk off hogs.
Nice.
And collect, she gets, it's almost,
no judgment.
I believe it's,
no judgment.
I believe it's semi-commission based, but she like fills up.
That shit's fucking expensive, guy. I'm telling you, guy. Those fucking sometimes
so many
that
liters
shit
of the semen.
Guy.
Used to be my cousin's never been able to avoid
dying.
sex work.
We gotta hold on right now, guy.
Okay.
Justin, are you okay? Are you okay, Justin? Because let me tell you, I think Justin needs a breather. Hold on.
Yeah, we'll have to backtrack a little.
You just blew his mind, John. He almost fucking died on the pod right now, guy. He's crying. He's crying right now.
Did she come home smelling like hog cum?
No. I'm not gonna say anything gruesome like that.
She's got a white coat, guy. She's like a doctor.
Oh, dude, what the fuck?
Do you know what her first job was? She was a delivery girl at a Sonic down in Phoenix. She would or in Mesa, I guess. She would take the food out to people. So I don't know how you go from Sonic to stripper to jerking off pigs.
She needs to write a book.
Hell yeah.
She needs to write a book.
Absolutely she could.
She needs to write a book, and we need to do the audio book for it.
Justin's gonna do the whole pod.
Me laughing is not a judgment on her. I know it's money, it's profession. I get it.
We'll call it When Pigs Come. So the reason my boss was so confused is because she knew that like she was a former stripper, and like she knows, and I believe she might have.
I have so many questions. Does she put on a show? Because like you said, she was a stripper.
No, it's not. So like, it's not like a donkey show,
guys. She's like wearing fishnets, and she's like making pig noises to get them all turned on. Like, what is that process?
I believe she wears almost like a hazmat suit.
Yeah, she must.
Man, that makes sense, guys.
Things up.
You wouldn't understand. Like, there's actually a whole bio awareness thing where like she has to shower and go in and wear something that's completely disinfected from any kind of outside germs that might bring any sort of illnesses or anything to the hogs. So like,
aren't hogs like, don't they like fuck in their own shit?
Yeah, but that's their shit. Like that's their own germs and stuff to like, and then they're well maintained and shit. Like it's not when you hear hog house, you think like this big muddy sloppy pit where she goes in and she just grabs a dick and starts yanking on it.
Just no.
It's like. They have like
it's in a controlled environment.
Yeah,
she's going out there with
they're
a
in
dirty
a controlled environment. She's got to go through biocontamination, fucking showers. She fucking suits up.
How do you apply for this job? How did she get this?
I don't know, but she's told me to apply multiple times, and I've turned it down.
She goes on the Sunday papers, guy, and it's right there in the back. On the fucking wanted ads, guy, and it says, dude, there's a half page on the back wanted page, and it says just hogs must come, guys.
Fucking awful.
8 to 5. 8 to 5.
I mean, I could, if you guys have questions, I could get her up here. She's downstairs.
Go get her.
You want me to go get her?
Yay!
Okay.
Yay! Go get her. Justin.
Justin. You're going to have to cut this out because I don't want to stop the recording, but we'll just pause right here.
Yeah.
I can't even focus on what the fuck is going on.
We have to. Come on.
He opened up a can of worms.
Yes, he did. Of course he did.
Took too many mushrooms for this, dude. I'm not ready for this. When she gets in, we
Yeah.
got to treat it as if this is like the most serious fucking interview of our life.
So how does this, from start to finish, you have to let me know, tell us what's going on in this situation.
I can't wait to meet this one. I can't wait. Oh, this is the greatest podcast we've ever recorded.
You think so?
This is it, dude. My ribs hurt so much. This is like the most serious interview ever.
Okay, we're doing 60 minutes.
We're doing 60 minutes, guys.
Okay.
Oh, I love this. This is the best. This is why I love doing Wannabeez. This shit fucking cures my soul. John brings the best stories.
Yes. Always brings the best.
Every time.
Always
every
brings
time.
the best.
Okay.
Hello. You gotta tell us, first of all, how does someone get a job that John just described?
Indeed.
Indeed. Oh shit. Awesome.
Yeah,
You just go online. And what's the fucking, like, what is the official job title?
bore stud technician.
So when you're like applying to that, like, are you thinking like, oh, this is like when I apply to like Domino's, I'm working with pizza. I'm gonna be making pizza. With that, like, did you know, like, going into it?
Okay, so
Or did they explain it on the job?
they explained it in the interview. I was actually kind of bamboozled into it. Because when I applied, I was applying for the lab, which is, where they would, where we take the semen to and we figure out how many doses each pig makes. We split up the doses, and we add extender to it to prolong the life and, all that stuff. I had applied for the lab. And even when I did that, I wasn't completely sure what exactly I was applying for. I knew I needed a job, and this was working with hogs, which is right up my alley. I've worked with animals my whole life.
Did you have prior experiences working with hogs?
With hogs, no, but like other livestock, yeah.
Yeah, she's stripped for a couple cops before, if that counts.
I mean, yeah, like I've... Yeah, I've got the stripping for cops under my belt. And...
That's pretty impressive.
No judgment here.
I just no judgment. So when you go to your job, how many times do you have to do it? Like, is there a quota? Is there like, fucking today you only did 3 of them. We need 6.
Yeah.
We need you to.
She works on piecework.
Yeah.
She works on piecework.
Yeah, there actually is. It depends on the sow farms and like how many doses of semen that they need. Like our small days is 500 doses, which is maybe about 15 to 20 pigs.
Oh, okay. When you said 500, I'm like, you have to jerk off 500?
No. Each pig has the capabilities of producing between 1 and 100 doses.
Wow, that's a range. That's quite a range. So
yeah.
like now they're either coming they're shooting ropes or they're just having a really bad day.
If the stud's not producing, do you send them to the bacon farm?
They consistently don't produce, they get sold for slaughter. Our boars aren't usually made for eats. They go to dog food, and if they are for eats, it's stuff like sausage or pepperoni or stuff like that.
Hold on. Are you telling me that my dog has eaten a pig that you may or may not have jerked off?
It's a possibility.
Wow. This is fucking blowing my mind right now. What the fuck?
She's awesome. Contributing to Chopper's food.
Yeah, that's awesome. I bet it makes it taste better too.
Yeah, like bacon. Tastes like bacon.
Well, like I said, my boars don't go for things like that because of the hormones. Like the testosterone, not good for the taste buds.
Do they have like human names? Like are they like, all right, today?
Do you name them?
Today you're with Gary. Go see Gary, and then after Gary, you gotta go see Steve, and then Steve, and there's fucking Louise.
Some of them we do name. Right now in my barn, because there's 2 separate barns. Yeah. In my barn, the one that I work out of, we have Francois and Fernando. We have Wobbles, Splits, Kink.
What's he named Splits?
Because both of his ears have been split in half because he keeps grabbing. When they're babies, they get the ear tags, you know? And then when they come to us, the ears have grown, so the tags are close to falling out. So we cut those ear tags out and give them new ear tags. Well, somehow he's gotten the holes from the old ear tags caught in something and split his ears. So his name is Splits.
Splits. Okay, that makes sense. All right. I gotta be honest, this is like a whole new world that I did not know existed.
Most people don't think about this part of their food.
Right. How long have you been doing it?
3.5 years.
Do you think would you consider yourself to be like, do you consider yourself to be like really good at your job?
I'm okay. Yeah. There's collectors that are better than me. There's collectors that are worse than me.
Collectors?
Yeah.
Collectors?
Yeah.
What the fuck? I'm a collector, but I collect Funko. There's always got to be shenanigans that go on in any workplace. What kind of shenanigans go on in the fucking hog?
It's like, Jessica, stop throwing pig cum at me.
Exactly. That's exactly what Justin was thinking.
Yeah.
Just throwing fucking pig cum on everybody, guys. Just throwing it on everybody.
To be completely honest, no, we don't get up to much shenanigans. And purely because it's such a dangerous. In all honesty, it's very dangerous what we do. So we have to stay on our toes most of the day. We can't really be involved in horseplay and stuff.
How big are these hogs, weight-wise?
500 plus pounds.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to be messing around
and
with that.
And they're boars, so they're mean. They got tusks.
Yeah.
I've been saying hogs the whole time.
I'm far too immature to have that job, so I, you're better than me. You're better than me.
Justin's taking it home, throwing it at his friends at the bar.
You want to know? You want to know what's funny is while these hogs are coming, they create what's called boar gel, and yes, boar gel, and it's a thick gel consistency substance. It's very sticky, sticks to every fucking thing. And they create gobs of it. It's a natural plug. Like if they were with a sow naturally, it would be a natural barrier, a natural plug. And sometimes boar gel does get flung on other people, but
I knew it. I knew it. You guys are fucking freaks, and I fucking knew it.
That's about as far as it goes. We'll fling a little bit of boar gel, but that's about as far as it goes. And usually that's just in the hallway and passing. Like you have a little bit stuck on your finger, and you're like, boar gel, fling.
Like pocket sand.
Fucking giving them dirty Sanchez's and shit, guys. Across the fucking mustache.
You guys got any more questions?
Would you ever consider doing like a career day? Like, would you go to an elementary school?
I don't know if I could bring this down into
like would you ever go to Louis' fucking school?
I don't think so. I don't
awesome.
think that
that would be awesome.
Bring it down to an elementary school level.
That would, if I heard that shit in 4th grade,
straighten you right out, guy.
Would be set. Yeah, guy.
I'm doing that.
Shit. Found my calling.
Justin's gonna move out there just for that job.
Oh, I bet they do it right here in Farmington, dude. I bet they do it right here in Maine.
Probably could.
I bet they fucking jerk off moose.
Probably.
This is your calling. There's got to
do
be
it.
some kind of thing you can jerk off, guy, somewhere.
Just gotta jerk something
There's
off.
got to be something for money. You can jerk something off in paying for money. It has to be.
Is it good? You don't have to give me figures, but is it good money?
It's pretty decent money for the work, yeah. And when it comes down to it, it's easy work for pretty decent money.
Oh, people pay good money for fucking cum. Horse cum? Fucking good stud guy, they'll be fucking, you couple grand for that shit, because that shit fucking, that's making more money. It's literal fucking money, guy.
Gold.
They fucking,
You're coming gold.
it's renewable, guy.
Renewable. Oh my god. The world fucking revolves around pig cum.
Well, thank you so much for answering all these questions, Stephanie.
No problem.
Thank you.
Thank you, yeah.
Thank you.
Goodbye, cousin Stephanie. Thank you so much.
And we're sorry.
Not sorry.
Oh man.
Thank you so much.
That was amazing.
I appreciate you.
That was incredible. That was incredible.
So boys, now we know how fucking bacon is made, guy.
That's how the bacon's made.
It takes some dedicated people out there.
Yep.
Like John's cousin.
Yeah.
Is out there
doing it
on the front lines so that we can have bacon.
Right. Next time you sit down and you enjoy like a nice like fucking bacon McGriddle, think about John's cousin and all the other fucking people out there just fucking
people are getting that cum, especially while you're eating it. Think about where that came from and the dedicated people that had out there on the front lines.
Your dog food, you know what I mean? Chopper loves his pork, dude.
Yeah.
And that's all thanks to John's cousin.
Absolutely.
Oh,
she's a wonderful person.
John, that was amazing.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys like that. She's a great gal. She's always been there for me.
That was amazing.
I was just telling her a story the other day about how when I was sick as a kid, I don't remember how old I was, but at a young age I had to get my tonsils removed, and she just came over and brought me a bunch of toys, and she brought me some Bionicles. If you remember what those are fucking awesome.
Oh dude, I love Bionicles.
Shout out to Bionicles.
We could have a whole Bionicle fucking podcast, but anyway.
And so she brought me those and some other toys and some sweets and stuff, and I just told her, like, I didn't forget that, like not a lot of people did that in my day. Like it was such a special thing when somebody brought me stuff. And my own parents didn't just randomly walk in the door with toys like that, or especially when I was sick. They almost felt burdened by it most of the time. So it's like somebody did that, and I was like, that's maybe why you're sleeping on my couch today, because you bought me that Bionicle. So absolutely it doesn't, and I'm just trying to pay it back a little bit and then pay it forward wherever I can. So I love to do it, and I she's happy to come in here and answer our stupid ass questions.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm
awesome.
I didn't. That was John. That was the fucking. This is the greatest podcast in the world. I'm sorry. This is awesome.
The collector guy. It's like the bone collector over here, but it's the cum guy.
Collector. The fucking best.
She's fucking throwing hog gel around the fucking hallways, guy, flinging at people.
Oh man, my jaw hurts.
That was amazing.
So fucking much.
That was amazing. Oh, before we go, John, I wanted to ask you about your collection. Speaking.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, I'm a collector of sorts.
How's that been going? Because people seem to really latched on to the collecting talk a couple episodes ago.
I was not like shocked, but I was a little surprised and delightfully surprised to see so. And there's other stuff that I'm like, oh fuck, maybe I should take pictures of this shit too. Like I'm looking at, there are a couple shelves up here in my bedroom that I haven't taken pictures of, and some of this stuff I actually thought about selling too, so maybe I should take a picture of it and then sell it.
You could sell it as part of the John Van Hook collection.
Yeah. I just start listing it on the Wannabeez page, maybe.
Right, get a couple bucks. Yeah. You can sign the back of it.
But yeah, it's been real fun. I've gotten a lot of cool stuff lately. I picked up a figure that you used to own. I thought that was fucking awesome. A Daredevil figure.
There's a Marvel Select, right?
Yep. He's
with the cross,
awesome.
the gravestone.
Oh, the cross looks so sweet, dude. It's such high detail on it. The articulation on the figure isn't insane, but the sculpt is good enough.
Remember when like fucking toys would come with like that set piece? Like that's what I love.
Yeah.
It's like it not only did it come with the figure, but it would come like a Spider-Man would come with like, like the side of like the Daily Bugle or something. It would like something you could kind of display your. They just don't do that anymore. Like everything is about how many different hands, how many different heads.
That's true. Yeah. Is it Mayfix?
I love the set pieces. Yeah. I love the set pieces. I don't know, because then you could just, you can use them with anything.
I agree, and that's
build your own.
What I've been doing.
Build
Yeah,
your
I've been
own.
building a little bit of my own.
Fuck that! It looks way better when you build it your own. That thing with the scene was
I did like a
awesome.
little rooftop scene, and I've actually my plan with that is what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna replicate 2 of those shelves, and put them on either side, and then the one in the middle I'm gonna put a light display under the bottom, which I've kind of already have hooked up a little bit, and so on the bottom I'm gonna have Spider-Man in the middle, and then 3 villains on each side, so I have like a Sinister Six display. Then I'm thinking about, I have my Daredevil display up top that I want to keep adding to. Obviously, I got to get me a Bullseye. I got to maybe, see what else I can work up. Maybe some Defenders.
Quite a cool Kingpin.
Oh, yeah. I don't see a lot of Kingpins out there. That's a problem. You don't see Kingpin much.
Yeah.
But if I can find...
I bet there was a cool Kingpin from the Across the Spider-Verse movie.
Yeah.
Remember
so,
like that?
The bodies...
With like,
so huge.
Yeah,
I love that.
huge.
Maybe I could find that would be a cool thing to put in the collection too. Yeah.
The classic though, if you could find that classic with the white vest guy and the bald head and fucking that old look back in the day of the animated Spider-Man thing that
did they ever make? I'm gonna look it up. Did they ever make a fucking Kingpin for that Daredevil?
Michael
with Ben Affleck.
Dunklin? I just said that wrong. Michael Clark. Michael Douglas Clarklin? What's his name?
Michael Clark Duncan.
Thank you.
I think, Michael Clark Duncan.
Yeah.
No, I'm actually curious about that myself because that would be a sick ass Kingpin to throw in my collection too. Yeah, I'm doing like a whole like I said before, I'm doing a whole multiverse thing. So it's like a lot of people want to keep it the same line, but like if I can stray it and make it more across movies and video games and TV as I can, I'm gonna do that. And it's turning out really fucking cool.
I don't think they did make it official. I mean, there's one that I see, but it kind of looks, it's a custom. That's a shame. They should have. I always thought he was a badass fucking.
Oh yeah. And I just rewatched that movie. I think we talked. Did we talk about that on the Return to Nick and John show? I don't know if we talked about it then, but I just recently
I would love to talk about it because I love that movie.
I'm gonna tell you,
love that movie.
14. I texted Trevor. I was like 14 minutes in to this movie. I'm blown the fuck away because I watched it maybe back when I was 10 or 11, and and I remember kind of liking it and then never feeling the need to go back to it, and then always rehearing that it's one of the worst movies ever. But rewatching it, it hits all the comic book notes. It has references left and right. Like one of my favorite references I noticed is in the beginning of the movie when Matt Murdock's a kid and his dad is getting ready for the big fight that's supposed to be fixed. It shows you on outside the venue on the whatever the hell that thing's called that has the letters that announces
the
marquee. Thank you. I cannot seem to fucking remember that damn word. Up on the marquee it says Murdoch versus John Romita, and I thought that was so fucking cool because like obviously John Romita is a callback to the artist, so I was just like, that's sick as
dude. There's That movie isn't Kevin Smith in that
He
movie?
is, yes,
Doesn't
because
he make a cameo?
he works in the morgue. He's he does the
Yep.
autopsy.
Yep.
Or
That movie's crazy.
And then freaking you got Colin Farrell, I think it is, with the fucking bullseye on his
bullseye.
He's got that bullseye on his fucking forehead and shit.
Dude, that movie is underrated. That movie is
shoots
so
a fucking
good.
peanut in a fucking chick's
and the
fucking
soundtrack
throat.
is also
Right in the
absolutely
throat.
underrated. Everybody thinks that just because Evanescence is on it, it makes it like this big, like early 2000s cringe relic. But you forget about all the other insanely awesome tracks that are on that soundtrack that really hold the movie together, and it brings you back to a certain time about like. I get at the time people really hated what it was trying to do, but then you think about how poorly just media in general has aged, and you yearn for what made you feel good, and you go back to that, and it's like this was it. And people talk shit about the suit, but you look at comic Daredevil, and he's basically skin tight in almost every variation you see, except for like the new, like the Red Fist Daredevil with the beard and all the armor.
Yeah.
That stuff looks cool. And you have a couple different armored Daredevils, but all the classic ones are like almost a skin tight variation. Nothing like you have with the new Charlie Cox one where he's so armored up.
Yeah.
And I just don't know why.
No, I like that it's like a slick fucking leather suit, man. Like it's just cool. And Elektra was so
Mama Llama call
Mama
back
Llama
to
brings it back.
Mama Llama with the size,
dude, I
stabbing
can't
all
lie,
the sandbags.
man.
Yeah, it does it for me. I gotta agree.
Man.
Put that in your spank bank.
God, that's a fucking callback. I think the biggest reason why that fucking movie failed, it's not Ben, it's not anything with the movie. I just don't think people were ready for Michael Clark Duncan as Kingpin. I remember growing up and hearing like my uncle and like a couple like my cousins and shit like they fucking totally ruined that the whole fucking thing sucked, the whole fucking it fucking and like I remember watching him like this guy
he really was a badass Fisk.
Yeah, it was a good
He's
Fisk.
a pimp, bro.
Especially when he throws him. He fucking throws Matt across the room and he like into that column.
That's the power that has, that's the power that Kingpin has. He's like a meta level fucking situation as a human, you know what I'm saying? Like he goes toe to toe with Daredevil and fucking Spider-Man, which has, strength as one of their attributes, guys. So you gotta be, he's one of the rogue galleries for both of them. Mm-hmm. And goes toe to toe with them a lot.
100%.
So you got to bring that situation when you play.
And I really felt that Michael Clark Duncan, what he brought to that role, is that
bigness,
classy, smooth, smooth as a motherfucker. Like he'll kill you, and then he'll drop a rose right on your corpse.
He fucking took his jacket off, guy, and he was like, "Oh yeah, you want to get funky, guy?
Yeah,
I gotta fold this guy and put this down for a second."
Fuck everybody who doesn't like that movie.
Other parts,
that movie's
other
awesome.
Cast members that stand out that I noticed that at the time, I had to have lived the life I had to have lived to appreciate some other of these cast members. So, like, obviously, you have Foggy Nelson as Jon Favreau, and then one of the bullies that is kicking Matt's ass in the beginning of the movie. The head bully is none other than Anthony Soprano from The Soprano, like Tony Soprano's son. And then the detective, or no, he's not a detective. He's the reporter guy that like is following the story on Daredevil. He's also from Sopranos. He's the guy Ralph that like has the wig and everything, which he does such an awesome job. And there's that really fucking. There's another thing. I was just texting Trevor the whole time I was watching it. I sent him the screen clip of it. That one shot where he's like, "You really think this has nothing to do with Daredevil?" And the guy's like, "Nothing." Yeah, and he throws it and it lights up the 2Ds, and then he turns and it has the reflection in his glasses. I got up and cheered. I shit you not, in my living room. I got up and cheered. It was sick. I was like, I hate people who hate this movie.
Us comic book fans, yeah, dude, like people who fucking shit on that movie, they're the reason why we get bullshit fucking ads.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember? I implore people to go watch this movie, but also go watch Hulk, not the Incredible Hulk. Hulk. That movie is badass
with
too, man. That movie is so
what's
good.
His name?
The
Australian guy.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember any of the dude. That movie's awesome. Sometimes in that movie when they try to do like side by side shots and they're like panels, and then they'll even have like meanwhile, and like they really, really tried to make it as much of a comic book on screen as like even more so than any of the Avengers movies. Like they
Didn't they
really
try to bring that
fucking
back with
tried.
the new move?
Eric Bana.
Liv Tyler.
Eric Bana played Bruce Banner.
Lou Ferrigno made a fucking cameo in that movie as like a security guard and shit. So good. Like those early, like late 90s, early 2000 movies, like Nicolas Cage fucking Ghost Rider, fucking Blade, like all of those movies are badass.
I think the new movie follows that timeline though. I think the new one with Captain America with that
does it?
I think it follows after that. It kind of goes with those movies.
I haven't
seen it either, but I think that's what the premise was. It was trying to like go from there.
I'm excited to like I'll watch the new Captain America. Probably when it comes out on like Disney or something.
Yeah.
But for some reason it's just like I saw the Falcon and Winter Soldier TV show. Yeah. It was good. So I felt like, all right, we got that. But I don't know.
Watched Craven
I just
today.
feel like
I just watched Craven.
Oh yeah. What'd you think?
As a Sony movie, if I didn't know that they were gonna like the Rhino was kind of fucked up, like he was like an actual rhino, but they kind of followed, the storyline of the crocodile fucking and he got that serum from that professor. They kind of followed that Spider-Man like type feel to it, even though they couldn't.
It's just like it's a cock tease. Just give me fucking Craven's Last Hunt. I agree. It's a cock tease.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do it, do it right.
They can't do all these villain movies with no Spider-Man. They did it like this it's whole. Fucked up.
They try to do it like a standalone, but also bring elements of like they had Rhino was like one of the main fucking villains in it, guy. And so it's like, spoiler alert. It's a good storyline. Don't get me wrong. I liked it. It's just as a comic book fan, it's like no.
My boss.
I'll watch it because that's what they gave me. But
my boss, when I started working there, she informed me that she really enjoyed. She really enjoyed Morbius, and she also really enjoyed Madam Web. And so then when she told me that she went to see Craven, and really enjoyed it, I was just like, that's all I need to hear. That's all I need to hear is that you loved it.
Yeah.
It's because it's not made.
She loves
for
Aquaman
fans
1
like
and
us.
2. You know what I mean? Garbage films.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like, Aquaman is a cool character. He's just not
I agree.
Jason Momoa.
I agree. I never once made the connection.
Like, Aquaman could be a really interesting story, but as soon as you put Jason Momoa in it, it's all about Jason Momoa. It's not like I want to see somebody embody the character, not the person and the character embodying the person. Do you know what I mean?
And I also don't want to see Aquaman wake up in bed and pull over the covers and be like, "What the hell is that? Somebody shit on my side of the bed? What the fuck?"
Exactly, fucking Amber Turd. Yeah.
That's
Well,
what
I mean,
Justin wants. The pink seahorse. Aquaman floating around in the pink seahorse.
yes.
That's what.
I really hope that James Gunn fucking reboots that whole DC universe. Like I enjoyed the Snyderverse for what it was,
They should have
but
continued that. Fuck that. That was
they should
awesome.
have.
That was
They should have.
such a good fucking
that was dope.
story. They already had like the future part
Yeah.
of it, guy. Infinite Crisis situation.
Yeah.
Dude, they should have get with that that line. I'm getting you back, fucking Joker and shit
Yeah.
with fucking Leto, Jared Leto, or whatever the fuck his name is.
I just want somebody to do it right. Like it was cool because it's like, oh my god, they're gonna do it. But the fucking CW did that 6 years ago, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
Like,
did you see that stuff about
give me
the guy who's going to direct Batman Brave and the Bold is the same guy who directed the Flash movie? Did you see anything he said when he was asked about the Flash movie, like his quote on that?
Yeah, because nobody cares about the Flash.
Yeah,
I'm like, bro,
you make a bad
There's
Flash
9
movie and then you're just
television.
like, people just hate the Flash, I think. It's like, no!
It's like, well, maybe, asshole. Maybe nobody likes fucking
Ezra Miller. We didn't like him choking out
Oh,
civilians.
Yeah.
We didn't like him kidnapping minor children. We didn't like him doing all this crazy ass shit and then being like, uh-oh, like the guy from Cloudy with a Chance.
People don't like the Flash.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
fuck you.
Yeah.
The Flash is awesome. Ezra Miller and his creepy feet can fuck off. They did it right, and it was fun. It was fun. It was serious, but it was fun. Nothing about the Flash movie was fun. Like Keaton is my favorite Batman. Not even then could they get me into the fucking theater to see that movie, because I just knew that they were gonna fucking molest my favorite Batman on screen, and they did.
It was the only good part about it.
I
The entire
know, but
movie.
even then, it sucked, guy. Like, it's just give me Batman Beyond. Make him.
I never
an
watched
old
that movie,
Bruce
but I
Wayne.
did.
Yeah,
I
it would
did
be
watch
so
that part.
good.
Like when they introduce him, like in the kitchen where they walk in, he's like throwing all that. That part was cool. Like the sequence was cool, and it made it seem like they were off to a good start. And then it just was. It was like diminishing returns one after another. Because if you've ever watched the Flashpoint,
You already
Paradox,
got the multiverse, so they can just
have such
just
high hopes.
Stop it here. That was a fucking Earth that blew up, guy, and start over, guy.
Exactly.
That's only gonna.
That wasn't the
That
real
wasn't it.
Michael Keaton Batman.
That wasn't the
guy.
real one. That was the fucking bloopers one, guy.
You know, and they really fucked up too, because nobody wanted Ezra Miller, right? And then they gave us 2 fucking Ezra Millers
Yeah, that's a
in
really
the same
good point.
movie. What made you think that this was a good idea? Nobody wanted him. People people liked him a little bit after the Zack Snyder Justice League came out, right?
Yeah.
That was like the only redeeming quality. Was Zack Snyder had the hand on the wheel. As soon as anybody else was dealing with Ezra Miller Flash, it just went down the toilet. Joss Whedon, the whole Justice League movie with Joss Whedon came in, trash, toilet. It's garbage. It's like there's nothing to it. And then like kind of redeeming qualities a little bit with the Snyderverse, or the Snyder cut. And then it went right back down in the fucking trash because nobody likes Ezra Miller.
Yeah, it was just
nobody likes him.
I gotta blame fucking Warner Brothers. It seems ever since they bought the DC fucking universe, they just continue, and it's the most iconic. How the fuck do you fuck up Superman? How the fuck do you do that? And the Flash, all these things they've been here for fucking 100 years already, guy. How do you fuck up those stories? And every single time, it seems like they go, "Oh yeah."
It's
I'm just
almost
gonna
as
fuck
if
them
they
up.
made like the
I don't
Nutty
understand
Professor, where like Eddie Murphy plays all the roles, but they tried to do it with like Mel Gibson.
Exactly. It's 100% nail on the fucking head.
It's just not good. Do we have a B fact, fellas?
I do. It's coming from across the pond.
Whoa.
Ooh, Tracy B.
And I think it's the perfect one for this episode. male bees ejaculate with such force that it is audible to the human ear.
Wonder if there's an audio clip that we could fucking throw in.
Lauren's grabbing a drone. Did you get one?
I mean, I like this, but
I think he's good. So I just squeeze the abdomen, or I squeeze the thorax.
Some air bubble, and then they collect semen.
Is that the sperm?
I have no idea.
I'm gonna look it up on Bee Hub and see if I can find
To a
it.
flea, it's got to sound like a fucking shotgun blast.
Dude, they're knocking people out. They're knocking people out and shit. Fucking grasshoppers are jumping in the jumping on the side, guys. Oh shit, that's just bees jacking off.
Try being a young bee living in your parents' house and trying to like sneak one, and then just all of a sudden the walls start rumbling. But again, to us, it just sounds like weep.
That's gotta be like fucking ear shattering to them, guy. If we can hear it.
I think Brandon has a girl in his room.
I think it's John's. I think it's one of John's cousins, former John's. She was in the lab, fucking just listening to bees ejaculate, guy.
Where do you think your honey comes from?
It's the future, man.
Oh shit.
On that note,
be cool.
Shut the fuck up.
Buzz, motherfucker. And buy the t-shirt off TeePublic, Barry McLean art. We got some other art on there, teepublic.com. Buy the shirt.
Hey.
You can call us all the wannabes, we who they wanna be. People talk a lot, but honestly, that's walking under me. Killing shit up on and off the beat, leave my mark, make it sting, and grade my name up in this game. The wannabes, we make it rain. Up in your ear, can't ignore us, we buzzing now, no